Touch him up. Good luck.
And right now, you see the... Oh, there it is.
And there was a left uppercut that just landed.
Waiting on a mistake.
Look for the right check hook from Shakur Stevenson.
More pressure on Shakur than have been right here. With the straight left hand.
Oh, and there's a knockdown scored with the left hand. Pinpoint accuracy and time. That power hand from the southpaw stance.
There's a still trying to create those moments for him to attack the body. Good
right
shot.
Hand. Yeah, just because Teofimo is
not liking it at all.
State you want to be in, folks, right now.
Will get frustrated. He will commit.
Really opening up his arms, probing.
Shot over the top besides that left hook. He's puzzled by so right now. I see a whole lot of movement and housing with it. Then he'll step inside, drop his head. He tends high guard killer right here. Slow him down to the body.
Keep him up. Keep him up.
Good shot.
Teofimo tonight.
Look, when he leans forward, he dips, he shoots a jab, miss.
On the clap. As he just came out southpaw, frustrated him, applied the
Shakur, what a performance again.
Thank you,
every time. Just talk to me a little bit about how you felt in there tonight. Did you feel comfortable at all?
Hell yeah, I felt comfortable. He's a monster, bro. He's tough. He came in there, he pushed me to another level, so I appreciate him so much.
Shakur Stevenson tonight. I mean, a performance that people have been asking for, but nobody was expecting. What's your reaction to how he performed tonight?
Marvelous.
You look like you was in a fight today.
I told y'all years ago that Shakur was going to be the next, great fighter. And everybody talked about how he can't punch and all he do is run. Well, now what y'all going to say? He stand there and he fought for y'all, against one of the top fighters, not boxers, top fighters in the division, if not the top fighter in the division. And y'all see what happened, So
what you think about the fight?
I'm so proud of him, man. I think I might start crying, man. I'm so proud of him. Man, he used his skill, used his jab. He fought on the inside. He took a very little punishment, but he had such a great game plan, man. Everybody keep on doubting him, man, and keep trying to make it seem like he ain't the one. Shakur is the one, man. He's the one. And anybody, you put him up against anybody, he's going to win.
Good fight. The scores were off, but Shakur did his thing. The one thing about Shakur is that the punches he lands are very effective. Mm-hmm. So those are, they're just great for the scoring, But I think overall it was a good fight.
Madison Square Garden played host to an unforgettable night of boxing in 2026. As Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez finally clashed in a showdown fueled by months of tension. With a packed arena roaring in anticipation, the long-awaited matchup more than lived up to the hype. From the opening bell, both fighters brought urgency, intensity, and a clear hunger to prove themselves on one of boxing's biggest stages. Over the course of 12 grueling rounds, fans witnessed a blend of high-level skill and sudden bursts of action that kept the energy inside the venue electric. Stevenson entered the contest determined to rely on his sharp technique, footwork, and defensive awareness, aiming to neutralize the size and power advantage of Lopez. His approach was calculated and disciplined, designed to control the pace and score cleanly. Lopez, however, made it clear early that he had no intention of allowing a slow, tactical fight. He pushed forward with confidence, using aggression and physicality to try to dictate the action. The first round reflected that contrast in styles, measured but tense, as both men tested one another. Lopez fired stiff jabs and looked to assert dominance, while Stevenson's evasive movement and timely counters signaled that breaking him down would be a serious challenge. By the close of the opening round, it was clear that this was a clash between two world-class competitors performing at the very top of their abilities. As the fight moved into the second and third rounds, Teofimo Lopez began to find openings through his forward pressure, digging effective shots to the body and forcing Shakur Stevenson to stay constantly active. Lopez's aggressive strategy appeared intentional, as his corner urged him to maintain the pace and deny Stevenson any chance to get comfortable. The message was simple: keep pushing, disrupt Shakur's timing, and refuse to let him control the tempo of the fight.
Floyd Mayweather, okay? He knows how to box, beautiful footwork, stands up straight, shoulder roll, all that good stuff, right? Has a beautiful jab, right? Pop shots you with the right hand. Well, guess what? Floyd Mayweather lost against Jose Luis Castillo.
That momentum began to shift in rounds 4 and 5, as Shakur Stevenson made smart, timely adjustments. He started reading Lopez's entries more clearly, responding with sharp counters and fluid combinations that repeatedly caught Teofimo clean. The arena exploded in round 5 when Stevenson unleashed a crisp 3-shot sequence that snapped Lopez's head back and forced him to retreat for the first time in the fight. From that point on, the balance of control tilted decisively toward Stevenson. His speed, precision, and ring awareness allowed him to dictate the action, leaving Lopez struggling to keep up. Round 6 through 8 showcased Stevenson at his best, as he delivered a technical masterclass that had fans and commentators praising his elite skill set. Lopez, sensing the fight slipping away, began swinging harder and taking greater risks, hoping a single powerful punch could change the course of the contest.
Keep
boxing.
The guy cannot do this here.
You guys!
Stevenson's defensive brilliance continued to shine as the fight wore on. He repeatedly caused Lopez to miss by wide margins, answering those mistakes with precise counters that steadily added up on the scorecards. By the 8th round, the frustration was written all over Lopez's face, as every adjustment he attempted was calmly neutralized by Stevenson's disciplined strategy. Round 9, however, delivered a sudden surge of tension. Knowing time was slipping away, Lopez stormed out with urgency and unleashed his most dangerous attack of the night. He connected with a thunderous left hook that landed flush, sending a jolt through Madison Square Garden. The crowd erupted as Stevenson briefly staggered backward, and for a rare moment, the fight appeared to hang in the balance, yet Stevenson responded like a true champion. He steadied himself, weathered the storm, and answered back with sharp combinations of his own before the round came to a close, finishing strong and proving his resilience under pressure.
The win, you showed your class. Tell me how you're feeling.
I feel good. Honestly, it's kind of regular though. Like it felt like I just did what I was supposed to do with the person that was in front of me. But truthfully, honestly, you up the level and get the top guys to get in the ring with me, I would make them look like that too. So
that moment of adversity and the calm, controlled way Stevenson handled it will be remembered as a defining chapter in his career for years to come. In round 10, both fighters reached deep into their championship conditioning. Lopez pushed forward with urgency, knowing he needed something significant, while Stevenson remained composed, using smooth footwork and sharp positioning to control the distance. Round 11 unfolded like a high-level chess match. With everything on the line, both men fought with precision and awareness, making calculated decisions rather than reckless moves. It was tactical boxing at its highest level, a display of intelligence and experience that underscored just how much this fight meant to each competitor.
Shakur, how you feeling after the victory, bro?
I feel good.
You did phenomenal out there.
Easy work. Easy work.
Stevenson maintained control down the stretch, relying on his refined technique to consistently land the sharper, more precise shots in the closing rounds. Lopez, aware of the narrowing window, continued hunting for a single fight-altering blow, but Stevenson's defense remained disciplined and resilient despite the mounting pressure. The 12th and final round delivered pure adrenaline. With legacies hanging in the balance, both fighters emptied whatever energy they had left, trading effort and determination with every exchange as the crowd fed off the urgency of the moment.
Shakur's defense is great. Tio's offense is great. Tio's defense is great. Where's the breaking point here? Because if you just step to Shakur, every fighter steps to him. If you just put volume on him, we saw Zepeda put volume on him, and that didn't affect him. What can you do to break that defense other than make Shakur come to you? Right? When Shakur steps to people, sometimes it's a bit of a different.
Lopez surged ahead with no hesitation, unloading power shots in a last-ditch effort to end the fight decisively. He swung with bad intentions, hoping for a knockout that could snatch victory at the final moment. Stevenson, however, remained composed under fire, standing his ground when needed, exchanging responsibly, and relying on sharp, intelligent boxing to finish the round with authority and secure what looked to be a convincing win.
I think it's one of those matches where you're sitting there and you're saying, how good is Shakur Stevenson? You know, how good is he? I hear a lot of people talking about him, but how good is he? You know, he's already accomplished or is a 3-division world champion already, 126, 130, 135.
As the final bell sounded, both men lifted their
Of
arms.
course, you got to ask him.
Believing
If
they
the
had
fight
done
is off,
enough.
I would love to fight.
Still, the general feeling around the arena and among those watching worldwide was that Shakur Stevenson had separated himself over the course of the fight. The tension peaked as the judges' scorecards were announced, with the crowd hanging on every number. The official totals read 116 to 112, 115 to 113, and 116 to 112. All three judges scored the contest for Shakur Stevenson, crowning him the new WBO super lightweight champion by unanimous decision and closing the book on a truly unforgettable showdown.
Jose, what are your thoughts of Shakur winning? I don't know if you watched it or not, but
I was, as a matter of fact, I was watching some rounds.
Yeah, but are you surprised that he won, or how do you feel?
No, I wasn't surprised. I thought he was going to be. I thought he was a more skillful fighter, and he's a big boy. I wanted to fight too, so I knew he had the size. And
the arena exploded as Shakur Stevenson's arm was raised, officially cementing him as a 4-division world champion at just 28 years old. Overcome with emotion, Stevenson celebrated in the ring, embracing his team and family, who had rushed in to share the moment. In the post-fight interview, his voice filled with intensity and pride, he told the media that he had proven his dominance that night and reaffirmed his place among the elite fighters of his generation.
Don't worry, bro.
Ain't nobody worry about your bitch ass.
I've been respectful with you all my life.
Yeah, fuck what y'all talking about. Shut up.
Man, fuck that. We're gonna beat the shit out of you.
Y'all got one more day.
Immediately after the fight, the boxing community erupted into discussions about where Shakur Stevenson now ranks among the sport's pound-for-pound elite. Analysts are already suggesting matchups with other champions and top-tier fighters as he continues to cement his legacy and showcase his skill. Meanwhile, Teofimo Lopez faces a crossroads, having suffered just the second defeat of his professional career, and will need time to regroup and plan his next move. This matchup delivered on every level, giving fans exactly what they wanted, a thrilling, competitive battle between two world-class champions at the peak of their abilities.
He was the world champion. There is no comparison to Shakur's style and my son's style. Yeah. My son is more entertaining. You know what I'm saying? He has more, how you call it? He has more,
The rivalry between Stevenson and Lopez looks far from over, with many fans and analysts already speculating about a possible rematch in the future. For now, though, Shakur Stevenson stands proudly as the unified champion, solidifying his place as one of boxing's brightest and most exciting.
As an example, sometimes when they say to me, oh, you push Shakur so hard in the last 2 months, but what is the result? The result, I think he understands now how the fans change their opinion about him 100% after the last performance against him.
Don't miss out on more top-notch content like this. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Until next time, stay safe and keep loving the sport.